Okay, Alec, Peirce at the ranch. Here I am with my sidekick, my grandson, Henry. Wave, Henry. Okay, so, and we ran into a problem this morning. Henry and I were doing some work on the tractor, and I picked up one of my favorite wrenches. It's not an expensive wrench. In fact, it's pretty cheap. It's a Mastercraft wrench, whatever. But it's been a good wrench. I have a full set of these. It's been a really good wrench. I picked it up, and son of a gun, I picked it up, and the thumb wheel of the wrench fell out of my hand. What the heck? And then, of course, the jaw fell out. So I ended up with a 3-piece adjustable wrench. There's the jaw and there's the thumb wheel. What was missing was the screw. There's a screw that goes through the thumbnail, holds the whole thing together. I was a little bit annoyed, but whatever. We got it fixed, got it working, and everything else. But now I have what essentially is a good adjustable wrench that I can't use anymore. I went online. No, can't get the parts. You can buy a kit, and the kit includes, in fact, the jaw. We'll call that the jaw. It includes the thumb wheel, and it includes the screw. There are 2 problems. I don't want all that. I just want the screw. You can't buy just the screw. Secondly, there's no guarantee that that screw, because it's not a Mastercraft, will actually fit. I don't know what thread this is for sure. It's pretty hard to get in there, and it could well be metric. For all I know, I'm pretty sure these are not made in North America, and I just don't know. So I'm going to be spending $15 or $20 for bits and pieces and parts that I don't want, may not work. So it's been sitting on my bench for. Then the other day I had hey, hold on just a minute. This doesn't have to be a screw. It goes in, and the threaded portion is on the inside, way in here. That's where it threads into, you see. But I'm thinking, I don't have to actually have a threaded screw. So I got busy, and I got the right size piece of metal, and I put it together like so. And sure enough, if you have the right size rod, like this, and you put it through the hole and right through the thumbnail, it actually goes right in, right through, just like that, and we'll go into that hole. You see? Can you get a close-up of that die? I don't know if you can see that. Where you want me to hold it like that? So you get the right size rod. I think it's 5/16, and it will go through the hole and right through and into that threaded portion. This portion here is actually threaded. This is not threaded, but that portion, but it just goes through. That's a good solid piece of metal rod. So I figured, what the heck? So I cut a piece, the right length, and I made the end round. I can see in there that the bottom is rounded, so I rounded the end on the grinder, and I put the whole thing together, and son of a gun, it works. Now, I'm not finished yet, because the problem is that piece of, that little rod, see, it works just fine. So I'm already a hero. My adjustable wrench still works. But here's the problem, that will fall out. So what do? There's no way I'm going to thread it for a couple of reasons. First of all, it's very difficult to thread, and I don't really know the thread. It's almost impossible to get in there to check the thread. I suppose I have several of these. I'm thinking as I'm talking, I could take another wrench apart and check the thread, but that's a lot of nuisance. So what I did was, again, if you get in nice and close here, Dana, if you look at the end of this rod, can you see what I did on the end of this rod here? What I did was I simply split the rod both ways. Okay? And I'm pretty sure this will work. So I split the rod both ways. And now if I put it all together, the way it's supposed to be, with the rod going through there, and I had the split end sticking out, now I'm going to mount this into a vise, like so. And I have to if you get down here just for a second, Diana, I think I can do this. And I'm going to put a punch into those splits and use a hammer and hit it and knock it down firmly and spread that out so it's jammed in there. I don't care if it's jammed in. In fact, I'm happy if it's jammed in. I can keep this oiled and clean, but that pin, that rod will not come out. It's jammed in there nice and tight. So there you go. If you guys have an adjustable wrench, one of your favorites, and that happens, that pin, I've checked all my wrenches now to make sure they're all tight. But anyway, and that pin falls out, that threaded rod falls out. Well, now there's a tip for you. Just get a piece of ordinary plain rod, cut it off, make it fit, split it, and jam it in there tightly. This might save you a really good quality wrench. Tip from Alec, Peirce at the ranch. Okay, all right, we got to go and fix something now. Okay, all right. Talk to you soon.